So I've just gone out of the 9 a.m. showing of Harold and the Purple Crayon.
This is directed by Carlos Saldanha,
who has done a lot of animation movies. And what did I think of this movie? Seeing a trailer, not really having expectations. Well, I can see that this is a very cute and charming time at the movies, especially for the kids. They're gonna love it. Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this review of Harold and the Purple Crayon. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I wasn't really exactly clamoring or rushing to see this movie. But hey, I'm off work at the moment. It's on at 9 a.m. in the morning. I thought, hey, let's go check this out and let's review this movie for you guys so you know whether to rush out to see this one or maybe wait until it goes on streaming. And it has got kind of an all-star studded cast with Lil Rel Howery, we've got Zachary Levi, Tanya Reynolds, and we've also got a returning to movies Zooey Deschanel. Now, it's been a while since I've seen her in a movie, but I've always liked the actress and very easy on the eyes for sure, but it's just great to see her back in the movie. And basically the story of this is Harold, because this is based on the book of Harold and the Purple Crayon from around 1955 by Crockett Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, and that is referenced throughout the movie as well, which is really great and homage to anyone who has read that, say, children's book, or even as an adult you've read that and you want to follow this into the story, and it kind of follows on from that as such. Anyway, Harold of course lives in this imaginary world, cartoon world. One day he draws up a plan where he wants to find his old man, where his old man's apparently in the real world. So he makes a little doorway to go into the real world, and basically it's about him trying to find his old man. I'll leave it at that for giving spoiler context. Anyway, this movie, after coming out of the cinema and seeing it, I can say that this was only just a cute, charming, fun time, right? This is definitely like an enjoyable family movie. Is it one that I'm going to say is the best family movie of the year? No, but it definitely had a lot of heart, a lot of charm, a lot of charisma going for it, that I actually found myself enjoying it. There's a couple of times I got a couple of chuckles, a couple of times I had a smile, and I was like, wow, this is just fun. Like, I'm really having a great time experiencing this on the big screen. I think the performances all around, everyone does a good job. I think everyone knows what kind of movie they're in. They know that this is a little bit hokey in terms of being onto like a cartoon version of what they can only imagine, as to what they can try imagine what a real life perspective of that individual would be. Them adjusting to the world, them adjusting to the, the human world, the real life and the real world, and them taking each situation in their stride, being like, right, okay, well, in this scenario, what do I do? In this scenario, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. There's a few references, especially one about a job, being like, yeah, I've worked 6 minutes in this job and I hate it, I don't want to get a job. And I was like, wow, I mean, that's probably like a lot of us in some of our jobs where we're like, yeah, I wish I could have a different job, or I could be doing something that I want to be passionate about. And this movie definitely has a lot of good messages in there, and it's just fun. That's the best way I can explain Harold and the Purple Crayon. Definitely probably one of the better family movies that we've had in a little while. And I also think that this is definitely going to appeal to audiences of all ages, because I can also think to myself that adults checking this out aren't probably going to be bored or checking their phones after 10 minutes. I think for most of the runtime, they're going to find themselves actually invested, having a good time, having a chuckle. And I think the kids and the younger ones are definitely going to have a good time with this, because this is just pure imagination, fun-filled, colour-burst scenes that will hit you right in the face in a great way. If I've got any negatives with Harold and the Purple Crayon, I will say the villain of the movie is a little bit cookie cutter, a bit mustache twirling kind of style villain that we've all seen before. Not exactly an amazing character, definitely more written to be more kind of like kid-proof, kid-friendly. They'll probably like laugh at the villain kind of jokes and all that kind of stuff. So it's not exactly really amazing for adults, let's put it that way. And I think that sometimes this movie has a little bit too much going on with its messaging or what it wants to try to accomplish, that kind of just goes bonkers off the wall as we get into the third act, which, yes, is definitely fun, but I think some of it I was just like, okay, well, we've started a little bit of like a side plot storyline here, but we haven't really finished that as we get towards the end. And there's a few things that you just have to be like, look, just turn my brain off, take this movie for what it is, and I think that way you'll have a decent time with it. Would I say rush out to the cinema and see this one? If you've got younger ones, yeah, sure, I would maybe recommend on that stand front. If it's the case of there's nothing else on at the cinema and you haven't seen this movie, yeah, if you've got like a cinema pass, like take a punt on it for sure. But I wouldn't exactly say like rush out, go see this today, go see this tomorrow. But if you get a chance to support in cinemas like I did, yeah, I would say, it's a good enough time. My score would be a 3 out of 5 stars. But are you going to check this one out, or have you already seen it? Let me know in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. Big thanks to all my awesome patrons who help to really support the channel. You can join Patreon for only £2 per month. Links down below in the description box, and I'd love to see you over there. You get access to so much stuff you don't get here on YouTube. In the meantime, if you haven't seen these new release videos of mine that you may have missed, check those out. Have a little bit of a deep dive. Till next time that I see you guys, I'll be seeing you later.